Welcome back, everyone. Here we are again at the 6x10 cargo trailer. And today we're going to be talking about what's going to be going inside. We're getting ready to head out for the 600 mile yard sale. It's less than, well, I'm leaving in less than 2 weeks. I just put in my 2 weeks notice at my job, so I may not share that with you. But I'll be heading out in less than 2 weeks, so we can talk about what's going on inside. So we're going to be talking about these things here. This is that box that I promised to open. This is a gift I got for myself, an auction that I won, and something quite amazing inside. So stick around for that. We'll open that in just a bit. Let's jump into the contents, or what I've loaded up in the trailer so far. First things first, gotta have sun protection out at these flea markets, out yard selling. I always take this hat with me. Long sleeve shirt. I got this shirt at Target about 7 or 8 years ago. It's one of my favorite shirts. Very lightweight, long sleeve. Furniture blankets are very important, just for anything that's breakable or anything you don't want to be scratched, anything you want to protect. Furniture, to wrap glass in, things like that. Always want to have a good supply of blankets. Definitely want to have totes with you. On my last trip, I took the totes with the cheap, flimsy tops. That's one thing I regretted, so I'm not doing that this time. This time, I'm making sure that the only totes I bring or buy along the way are these with the sturdy tops. They can be this type or this type with the snap-on, or with the handles that clasp. This is another good one here. It's heavy duty, where the top actually snaps on, fully snaps on. So just a good set of totes is important. I'm also probably going to label. I haven't done that yet, but on my last trip also there was a lot of confusion about what's in which totes. Now, I had my family with me on that trip, so I had a lot more stuff, but it's still good to label things, I think, and probably every side, so I can just throw them in there. Maybe this box or this box will be for clothing. Maybe I'll have another box or another tote for smalls, just for different things. I will be camping along the way. I don't intend to be staying in hotels. I don't have the budget for it. The margins are slim in resale, so you gotta save money where you can. I'll be talking about tips and tricks on how to travel around the country without spending anything on lodging. So I will be camping. I do have, always talking about my favorite pieces. And here's another one of those things. This is a Timberland, like the company that makes the shoes, the boots, the boot company. A Timberland single person tent from either the late 70s or early 80s. I look forward to showing you guys that tent once it's set up. It doesn't look like much in the bag, but it's pretty cool looking when it's set up. It does smell a little funky. My wife's not a big fan of it. My kids, not big fans. But I'll be by myself, so yeah, we got the tent. Of course, always important to stay hydrated out there. It's summertime, so water, of course, is an absolute necessity. I've got one camping chair, taking that for obvious reasons. This is a self-inflating mat. This will go inside the tent. Once the tent is up, lay this down in the bottom. You simply turn the nozzle here. It allows air in, fills up on its own, so you don't need a pump or anything. I think I paid like $15 for it, but it's been worth every penny. So highly recommend getting one of these. I'll put a link down below if you want to pick one of these up. A few things here for selling along the way. I will be selling at flea markets. Got a 5-foot fold-out table. This is a 10 by 10 commercial Canopy. This thing is a lifesaver. I've used it a lot of times. It's not real easy to set up by yourself, but I have done it. But usually when you're setting up in the mornings, there's plenty of other vendors there that are always willing to help out. So 2 people, it's always best to have 2 people, but it's a nice big canopy. You can hang things from the frame, so shirts, jackets, things like that. But most importantly, it just gives you shade, makes you look a little more professional. These are like fold out metal table legs, so I can just fold those out, put a piece of plywood on top, and I'll have another table. I've looked around, I don't have a good piece of plywood around here, so that's something I'll have to find along the way. Hopefully I can find a scrap piece somewhere, because if you've seen the price of lumber these days and construction materials, they're outrageous. But I've got a lot of things here in this crate, just random things that I may need. This is a small air compressor. You can plug it into the, I forget what you call those, the cigarette lighter. But you never know when you might need that. Should be able to stretch to all 4 tires. All right, straps, screwdriver. I've got a few of these clamps. These come in handy for various things. Measuring tape. Sometimes I'll list things online while I'm on the road, so if there are things that need measurements, bungee cords, these are a must-have. These come in handy in all kinds of ways. You can secure these totes a little better. You can strap things down, put a tarp over the bed of the truck. But yeah, same with the straps. Got a chain down here. I don't know what I'd use that for, but I'll throw it in. Some other miscellaneous items. I always take a map book. This one's probably a few years old, but of course I use my GPS mostly, but I still like having a good old-fashioned paper map book so I can plan out some of my routes. Paper towels, lantern, just a mesh bag for dirty clothes, things like that. Just 1 cup. I'm trying to keep things as simple as possible. Any extra weight just costs that much more in gas and takes up space. This is a small trailer, so as you can see, space is valuable. This is a handy little Coleman lantern. Another little bag here, grocery shopping bags. So I can use it for groceries or for carrying things to and from the showers. If I'm at a campground or something, or truck stop. I've got a tablecloth over the tables for those flea market days. 1 bowl, 1 plate, 1 cup. Locks are important I've got 2 doors on this trailer, so I need 2 of these. I've got another one somewhere. Got a couple things on the other side. These totes, nothing's going to happen to these lids. These are good solid totes. I do have a smaller tote inside one of these totes just for little things, buttons, and just really tiny things that I pick up along the way. Probably most importantly, just a good solid cooler. This one's pretty small, but it'll hold enough for me. This one's made by Igloo. I'll just restock it every couple days at grocery stores. I thought about bringing some barbecue type equipment, charcoal, but I think it's best just to keep it simple. I won't have a lot of time to be starting fires, and plus it's summertime, but I'm gonna bring one of these just in case I come across a campfire. These things are fun too. I don't know if you've ever seen one of these, but you open it up and you can put whatever you want in there. Usually people put a couple pieces of bread in there, put ham, cheese, and you close it up, throw it in the fire for a little bit. It's cast iron, so It's kind of like a little waffle maker, if you think. Keeping it pretty simple, like I said. I want to save most of this room for finding amazing treasures along the way. Hopefully I'll have it packed to the rafters, you know, come early August. I also need space for sleeping, actually. Good chance I will be sleeping right inside here, so if I can stack these totes along the side, then I can have enough room. I can just lay my mat down, lay my sleeping bag over it, and sleep right there. It's tough because you know, these doors don't have any kind of lock from the inside. There's no way to make it look locked from the outside, but you know, if I can park next to a semi-rig or something, I've done it before. It's comfortable, just big enough for me. I'd rather be in the tent, but this works if I can keep the space. That's also why I need to pack very light. Alright, well, I hope that was informative. Like I said, there'll be other things. I know, like, you know, tire changing kit is essential. I've got that in the cab of my truck. There's probably some other things I'm forgetting about, but yeah, those are the basic things I need to live out of this trailer. But let's get to the moment, if not all of us have been waiting for. At least I have. I've been holding on to this for a couple of days to open it while filming this, but I'm very excited to get this thing opened. Again, this is for myself. I don't know if I'll ever sell it. Everything's got a price tag, of course, but I don't know. This is something I may want to pass down to my kids or grandkids. Nice thick bag. If you've seen a couple of my other videos, you'll know that I like Phoenix history. Anything that's has to do with Arizona, and this does have some Arizona ties to it. Let me set this down so I've never opened a bag like this. It does look old, does look a little worn. Just hope it fits. Super cool. As in Waylon Jennings, of course, who has strong ties to Phoenix. He really got big in the 70s when he was performing here. From what I've heard, a place called JD's Club, I think it was called, which was in Scottsdale. It's not around any longer, but fits perfectly. Yeah, I guess JD's was a prominent club here in the valley. He really made a name for himself there. The person I got it from was helping the widow of a prominent DJ. It was a Nashville DJ, or he was helping her sell some of this DJ's stuff. But I didn't learn that until after I bought it. There's some important things to take away from maybe why I bought this. You can get good deals online on sites such as eBay if you buy at the right time for the right reasons. This auction was in the middle of the day. It was on a Sunday, which is a popular day, the most popular day to sell on eBay. But it was the middle of the day. It was actually on Father's Day that this sale ended, and the description was minimal. It only had maybe one or two sentences. It didn't say anything about this DJ or where this may have come from. All those things were factored in when I was considering bidding on this. It had a lot of bids from quite a few different bidders, But like I said, it was in the middle of the day, middle of a Sunday, Father's Day no less, where a lot of people are doing family things. So people will forget about auctions. You know, they may intend to bid on something, but they get caught up, they forget about it. But also the description. If I ever do go to resell this, I'll know the whole story behind it. The guy said he didn't know if RCA Records had given this to the DJ or if Waylon himself gave it to him. I mean, I don't like to, if I'm reselling something, I don't embellish the truth. You know, I don't make up stories like I've heard of other people doing. I try to get the story behind a piece. So this thing does have a story, but I believe it belongs in Phoenix. I'm happy to have it. It fits me perfectly. What reason would I have for selling this thing? It's you know, I mean, it's killer, right? I love it. If I was trying to get the most out of this jacket, you know, reselling it. The fact that there were so many bidders and bids on it lets me know that there's a lot of interest in it. But people only had 1 week to find this thing. I came across this by pure luck. Just happened to be browsing on eBay, browsing the keyword vintage, which could have brought up anything. So again, people only had a week to spot this thing. If I was going to resell, if I was trying to get the most out of this, you know, it would certainly be a buy it now type of listing, and I would have a full description, measurements, and that full story behind it. And I certainly think I could get more than what I paid for it, even if I was to turn around and sell it right now. I also want to mention that as I try and grow this YouTube channel, as I reach certain milestones, I'm going to give away items that I pick up on these road trips. So if you stick around, you see something cool that you like, let me know. You know, when I reach 100 subscribers, fingers crossed, maybe I'll send something out to you. And maybe again at 500, 1,000, maybe as we hit those bigger milestones, I'll send out or give away bigger and cooler items. So we'll all take this journey together and maybe find some cool things. See you next time.